Hey there, Ranger Nation. Welcome to the Webcast with Attitude, LR4, episode 141, Zayto Phone Home. I'm your host, Nate. And guys, I just wanted to say welcome, as usual. We got some topics to cover tonight. But before we get into those topics, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-host. We've got Rick. Okay, we got David.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Sorry, Zayto called. He was asking if it was his home planet. I had to tell him no.
Zayto was trying to phone home.
Yeah, but instead somehow called me.
Yeah. So before we do the topics as usual, let me start with you, Rick. How was your week?
It was all right. I do have an interview tomorrow, so.
Ooh, good luck.
Oh, for the supervisor position?
Yeah.
All right, man. Good luck on that, dude.
Yeah,
What
good
time
luck,
is that
man.
at?
Huh?
What time is that at?
11 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Oh. Right.
Okay. David, what about you, man? How you been?
Pretty good. My week was good. It was uneventful, just working. So yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
But guys, if I do sound congested, I'm trying to get rid of this cold, or my sinuses are like really. Oof. It's because of I think the weather in Cincinnati has just been up and down lately. So
Please tell me it's not any COVID symptoms.
no, it's not. It's not that.
No,
I've had, yeah, and I shouldn't have had it again because I've already had it. So it's like the chicken pox. Once you have it, it should be gone.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's only chicken pox.
Well, I've had chicken pox
to prevent it being demonetized.
Okay, then. Let's go ahead and go into the topics of this week. Well, this was like back in last year. That was found by Toy Wizards, and this is pretty cool. This is the Hasbro teaming up with 30 figures, and let's take a look at them. All right, so here we have the Red Ranger. So, yep, he does come with his Blade Blaster in blaster mode, and he does come with the Power Sword, and here's some other looks of posability. Now, if you look right here on his holster, his Blade Blaster does go into holster mode, and it has a blade mode too, so that's pretty cool. And some more poses right here. And he's very posable, guys, as you can see right here. I do like the look of the design and everything. It's cool. Some good shots right there. And this is called 30 and Fig Zero. And it does have a blade mode to the Blade Blaster. So that's awesome. And here is the and they do have individual hands you can swap out. The sword and Onyx. So yeah, I mean, I like the look of this figure. But we're gonna keep moving on and then going on to the next one. We got the Pink Ranger with her power bow, which has the string to it, and the arrow. Going through that, and yes, the blade does come out of the bottom, so that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is a fully functioning Blade Blaster on a 12-inch figure.
Yeah, and the Power Axe does go into cannon blaster mode.
Can they form the Power Blaster?
Oh, you'll see in a bit.
Ooh,
there's that.
So the answer is probably no.
And then we're going to get to Rick's favorite Ranger.
Trini.
With the power daggers.
Sweet.
And I do like how these hands are interchangeable, so that way you don't have to worry about just using trying to figure out how to put them in the hands and everything without, So, yep. And they look like they do come apart. So the Power Lance does. And I think the Power Lance does extend to make, and then when he has them individually in his hands, he can collapse them down. And then we've got the Green Ranger. Now, a little nitpick right here.
Yeah.
The belt buckle right here is supposed to be gold. They did not paint it gold. It's just the natural silver color like every other
At
Ranger
least they
morpher.
got the helmet right.
Yep. I mean, I'll give him that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to try to complain too much, but, it is what it is.
I would rather a silver morpher than a silver helmet.
Yep. There's the Sword of Darkness and the Dragon Dagger. And then here's the full team right here. And yes, the weapons do form
Sweet.
the Power Blaster.
Good.
So,
Nice.
yeah, guys.
Now there's a reason to actually buy them.
Yeah, well, if you have the room to put them somewhere. And
Well,
I do like
that and the actual Blade Blaster that actually transforms.
Yeah, and I think this is pretty cool. I do like the look of the Power Blaster right here. And then on, I think this is on Big Dad Toy Store, the Red Ranger in Dragon Shield mode. So yeah,
Of course, well, steal Tommy's powers or accept them freely, whichever you decide.
based on that, I mean these figures are cool, but my only thing is that they are very expensive. So
How much are
Hey,
they?
aren't they like 100 a piece?
let me look that up with one sec. But as I'm looking it up, guys, what do you think of these figures?
They look
We'll go to
really.
Rick.
They look
Why don't we
really awesome.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, David. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, they look really awesome, and like you said, they are very posable. Especially this guy. So
Yep.
yeah, and hopefully they're not very, very pricey. So, have you found it yet?
I'm looking on their website right now. Let's see.
I mean, granted, yes, they are extremely posable. They are nice.
Yeah.
They are larger than the other figures we've ever gotten. So, that Green Ranger would really make a good fighting force against the original 93 Megazord. Giant size. But at $100 a pop, I believe is what they actually are.
Around that. Let me look. I'm looking right now. I'm trying to find
Either you need the money to buy all of them, or get your favorite.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think they have the website here. Okay. Apparently, they range. Well, I don't know if that's the right price, but they raise around 100. 100. Let's see. $129.99 to $140.
Ooh.
$49.99. So that must mean the pre-order
Is
should be
that the
pre-order.
whole set or individually?
I think if you want to get the whole set, then yes. But here's the let's see, individually. Let's see, they have a Hasbro link. There's so many links you can get them from. You can have it from Hasbro Pulse too. So on Hasbro Pulse, well, of course they're sold out. These are the Red Ranger and everything. On Hasbro Pulse, it's $99 probably with shipping and handling. But retail is $99.99 for the individual Rangers.
$100.
So, yeah.
Rick happened to be right for once. Mark it on a calendar.
Let's see. I'm trying to think how much the Green Ranger is. Yeah, he's the same price as the other Rangers. Let's see. Ooh. Now, if you get the full 6 set, all of them.
Isn't it like 500?
$549.99.
Wow. So you
Wow.
get to save $50.
So yeah, if you really want to spend that much money on it, I hope you guys have a good
I mean, you get a little less than $10 off per figure by buying the whole set.
Now this one is now this is kind of funny. On Big Bad Toy Store, the Red Ranger with Dragon Shield is priced to $129.99. It's an individual figure, so
Okay.
I don't know. But Rick, if you were gonna go individually, would you buy them if you had the money?
If I had the space to set it up, it actually would be a nice display piece. But I don't have the money.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah. I had theorized either getting green or yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm getting first.
But, you know, for those prices, I think they priced me out of it.
Yeah. David, what about you, man? If you were going to get them individually, would you consider buying one of them?
Well, like I said, yeah. Of course, you know what I'm going to get first. So
yeah, the Blu-ray. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for the price, I don't know, because I mean they are nice looking, and as Rick says, with my situation, I don't really have any space either.
There's still unanswered questions with it. Okay, so the suits are made out of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Are they like any other action figure that size where, you can change out the clothes? And if you can do that, do they actually have a civilian face under the helmet?
I don't believe so, no.
Because if they do, then you could have all kinds of fun with that.
That would
exactly
civilian mode by just literally buying some Barbies. It's true.
But I mean,
at that point, if they're just, if all you're going to use them for is display, buy the Lightning Collection.
Yeah. And my thing is, I do like how the Power Blaster the weapons can form the Power Blaster. Do like the Blade Blaster because it does. It's got all three modes to it: the Blaster mode, the Blade mode, and then the Holster mode. So I do like that, and I do like how they have individual hands they can swap out. Where Lightning Collection figures mainly have like
one extra
two extra hands to swap out. So, but I don't know. I mean, they're good. They're good detail. I mean, the fabric, the helmets, everything.
Oh yeah.
But definitely,
I'm not arguing that.
Yeah. No, I know that. But I'm just
itself, except for that minor issue with the Green Ranger with the silver belt buckle,
right?
There's not a physical design issue, except
there
for
isn't.
Removable helmets to have the civilian identity.
Right, and but
even with that extra, it wouldn't change.
But let's put it this way. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that's an easy fix. If you're really good at detailing, like, figures and everything, trying to make sure they're, coloring in things. I mean, somebody can literally color in the silver by turning it into the gold morpher and stuff like that. But, they'd have to be very careful unless that, the belt comes off and you can just do it that way. But other than that, these figures are nice. So, Rick, you would say for a collector, buy or?
For a true diehard collector who has to have everything Mighty Morphin, of course they're going to buy.
Okay.
For the average collector who's like, yeah, I like that, but, and then they try to justify not getting it or getting it for the collection, they got to face Quality, yes, these have it. Price, unfortunately, it's a bit high.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that, the quality doesn't justify the price.
Right.
I'm saying that on the average person, the price is a little high.
Okay.
But I'm not knocking them for that because of the quality that is in these.
Okay. David, what about you, man? Would you say buy if you were like a very big collector?
I wouldn't call myself a very big collector, but I'd still buy them individually. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, just for anybody in particular, not just you, or I mean, just basically any fan out there that was really basically like MMPR toys,
I
basically.
do that too, yeah.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I had more space and figured out where to put them, and if they were on display, I'd possibly buy them. But I don't know. It all depends on what if it's worth buying. They're nice looking, but it's got to be worth the price and all that, and all that stuff. So anyway, we're gonna move on to the next topic about San Diego Comic-Con 2021. So guys, here's a little letter from the San Diego Comic-Con. It was posted on their social media. Now let me zoom in on it a little bit to read about it. So yeah, okay. Statement regarding Comic-Con 2021. As many as you may be aware, due to consideration for public health and safety, San Diego Comic Convention had been canceled both of its in-person events in 2020, and recently announced that our spring 2021 show, WonderCon in Anaheim, will also be canceled in its place. WonderCon at home will once again be held as a free online event March 26th through the 27th of 2021. It's a policy of the organization to continue to closely monitor information from local and national healthcare officials as it pertains to the COVID-19 pandemic. Never could we have. Well, anyway, so basically, what this is saying that they are going to be only doing Comic-Con and WonderCon at home. So they're only going to be doing it as a virtual.
At their home or my home or someone
basically
else's
an online virtual event.
Okay.
They are currently working on 2022. So the question is, does that mean everybody that got their convention, like that already got, a chance to go, and are they going to honor everybody's pass that was supposed to go last year and honor it to 2022? That's the big question.
Probably.
I mean, I would hope so. But I mean,
yeah.
With this news, Rick, what do you think of this news? I mean, with everything going on with the pandemic and with the vaccines going out and everything, what do you think of their decision to just do it online? What do you think?
Unfortunately, I do think that if this goes on much longer, a lot of these conventions are just going to keep doing online events instead of in person, and it's going to ruin the main convention circuit.
Right.
They need to get back in person. Look, I understand people are afraid of this virus.
All right.
And I'm not going to turn around and tell them that they're wrong or right.
Okay.
My personal thing is personal choice.
Right.
We all have to make the best decision for us.
Exactly.
And the owners of these conventions have made the decision that they feel is best for them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that is to err on the side of caution. I personally feel It's stupid. Only
Right. I get
because
that.
we need to get back to normal. This
Yeah.
has been the longest 2 weeks I've ever seen.
Right.
But with that said, it's ultimately their choice. They're doing it for free.
Yeah.
And the majority of the conventions are basically rolling your ticket over. So you're not having to find a way to get the money back into a bank account and go and try to order the same ticket again in 6 months. So, I mean, at the end of the day, cross your fingers, hope for 2022 to be the return to in-person conventions.
That better be the year.
And
Yeah.
if you enjoy virtual stuff, I mean, have at it. They're offering it for free.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. David, what about you, man? What do you think of this whole
At
thing
the
of
end
them
of the
doing
day,
it?
you got to make the decision that's best for you.
Right.
Because even with the vaccine,
Sorry.
even with everything else, just like any other virus in the world, like the flu, it's going to be
Yeah.
around. So you got to turn around and just be like, look, I'm doing this for me. Or I'm not doing this for me.
Right.
Your choice.
Okay.
Right.
So David,
come on. At your conventions, how many people actually wear masks? Well, most of the cosplayers.
okay.
They're called
David, go ahead. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, I mean, it's for our own good, and even when we're still in the pandemic, I mean, the at-home experience seemed to have gone pretty well last year, so it should go well again this year. And
Right.
I've gotten used to the whole like doing Comic Cons at home, so I've done a couple of them. So
Right.
yeah,
And this virus is not going to go away. They're
Yeah,
just,
well,
the vaccine is going to help us to be immune to it, and
Yeah.
hopefully,
help give a greater chance of immunity.
yeah.
yeah,
And
the vaccines are going to go on like all through this year. So
and the
that's
thing
what I
is,
think.
I know a lot of people say let's make 2021 a lot better than last year, but let's
Yeah,
be honest.
that's already screwed. I mean, check out January.
Yeah,
But let's put it this way, that was
February.
Yeah, but let me tell you right now.
We didn't have a pandemic
Hopefully,
last February.
hopefully, we can,
But we didn't
we're still trying to,
Start
get
the
through this
pandemic
year. I
last
mean, we're in March now, so hopefully, I understand that some movie theaters are starting to open up a little bit more. Some theaters are starting to open up, so that's good
Yep.
for people that want to go to the movies and everything.
Yeah.
Convention wise, I understand because there is a lot of people that go to these things, and you can't. And the thing is, what's to say that they're going to say, okay, well, we're only allowing this amount of people in the convention center, and to those that are not able to, that we cannot have in the convention center, we'll do a virtual thing as well. Now, how fair is that to people that are able to go, that they're allowing to attend? Like basically, it's like a lucky draw. Like, okay, this person can go. All right. Well, unfortunately,
if they were going to do something like that, what they would need to do to make this completely fair is to refund every ticket sold, and then turn around, put up for tickets again.
Right.
But have each one limited and be like, look, we can only sell this many of this many of that. And if you don't get it, you can always get access to the virtual.
Right.
Hmm.
And
that's the only way it's going to be fair, because right now, as it sits, based on capacity levels that they're permitted by government, not by their own choice.
Right.
Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, they can limit their own stuff. They're smart enough to be able to do that themselves.
Yeah.
But the limitations on capacity, where would they draw the line? Would they look at the times of when the tickets were bought initially? And at that point, how do you know they didn't just say, oh, well, we actually like this person a little farther down, so we'll just take this person out because, this is our friend, we know them. they'd have to. That's why they'd have to refund all the tickets and allow you a chance to purchase again.
Right. And
But they
I
would
mean,
have to wait until all the refunds have officially been issued. That way, people have the money.
right. And the thing is,
Right?
it's like you gotta remember that, and also, with the amount of money that people put into these conventions and everything, like, booking the venue and then all that stuff and then the hotel, it's smart to move it, to say, okay, well, if you already have a pass if you already have a membership, like with PMC, then we are going to honor it for the next convention. Due to the fact is we cannot hold it this year. So that's a good sign. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, I would rather have a refund, but it's like,
you can request that.
right. I mean, the thing is, I don't want to request a refund because I don't want to have to worry about.
I don't have to worry about having the money when the tickets go on sale again.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I wouldn't want to do that because I already have my pass.
I literally took my bank account to like $2 when purchasing the 2020 pass for PMC, and I don't want to be in that position again.
And it's like, I know a lot of people are saying, well, I want a refund, I want to do the non-attendee. It's like, well, you could do that. I mean, that's the option they're giving, which is a good thing. But I don't know. I mean, guys, remember, I know it's kind of disappointing with certain conventions and everything having to postpone again. So if you guys enjoy, the virtual events that have been happening.
Fun.
Yeah, like David has done those. I've watched some of them.
Yeah. Have you done GalaxyCon Live?
No, I have not done that, but I've actually checked out Hasbro Pulse.
Oh, cool. I also did Legendary Ranger Virtual Con last year.
Right. And, as Rick has said, a lot of these actors are actually going out to comic stores to help small businesses and everything.
And what's crazy about that?
Yeah, what?
They're all getting able to come in. They're getting able to talk to the actors. They're getting able to get pictures taken with the actors. It's a mini convention.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you have one, maybe two Ranger actors. Yes. But, I mean, why not? Just like next Sunday, Jason Font will be down in Hebron, Kentucky, Erlanger, Kentucky, at Comics to Games.
And also, guys, this week, just recently this weekend, Tracy Cruz and Brennan Mejia, they did something like this too. So
yeah, I saw their posts on Instagram, and it looked like they were having fun.
Oh yeah,
and they try to get out there. And Karen Ashley did a Facebook, Instagram live saying that she hopes that we could get back to doing cons again soon because she misses seeing everybody, the actors, the fans, interacting with people. I mean, this is the way that me and like David can interact because he doesn't live in Ohio. He lives.
I live in Washington State.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to
You're not too far from my sister.
What?
My sister lives in Tacoma.
Oh, cool! Wow.
But me and Rick, because I try to get a chance to hang out with Rick. I'm glad we don't have to worry about being locked down again because when that happened, it sucked because I didn't get the chance to hang out with my friends, get out of the house. The only way I was able to go out of the house was from work to home and then back to work and then from home. I wasn't able to really do a lot because of the lockdown last year. They were only
at least we had like Zoom parties and all that.
Oh yeah,
at least all that. Yeah.
So Zoom parties, we go on Zoom and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, guys.
Yeah, but didn't they find out that Zoom is hazardous for people who don't have Zoom?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's Rick. He's weird.
Oh, okay.
David, you will learn of Rick's weird humor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just insane. You'll get used to it.
We're all crazy here because, you know.
I understand.
Why not?
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is Hasbro's Power Rangers Live. Now, before I go on to this, this was supposed to happen during the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers when Saban was supposed to do a live show with the Super Ninja Steel characters back in 2000. Was it 2018? It was supposed to happen around that time. 2017, when that year. It's supposed to be around that.
Yeah.
It had to be 2018 because the 25th anniversary was 2018.
Yeah.
So they were trying to do a live thing, but then they had to postpone it. But then when they were trying to work on with Hasbro is now doing a Power Rangers live show, stage show. And we did get information from Illuminati, and now there has been some images posted of what the suits are going to look like. But let me show you the little promotional poster for this. Here we go. There's a promotional poster coming soon to a stage near you. Power Rangers kicking into action across the U.S. in 2021. Now,
hopefully.
Now here's the thing. You think you would hope that that's what the helmets would look like, and what they would just be awesome and, you know, authentic in design, just like that.
Wow.
But there you go. Hold on a sec. I gotta just walk away for a sec. These are what we're getting for the live show, or this could be just for promotional purposes, or this is probably. But my thing is, this will probably be what we're going to see on the actual live show.
Well, the Red Ranger helmet is garbage.
Yeah, it does look a little bit weird.
Yellow Beast Morpher is awkward. Plus, look at her skirt.
But look at the freaking wait, hold on a sec. Look at the freaking black pants, and they have yellow coming through and gold coming through. I
took that up to the effects of the explosion.
Yeah.
But so on the others, so you know,
the suits aren't bad looking, but the helmets could just be so much better.
Yeah.
New Dino Charge has some sort of shoulder pad on top of like arm pad thing that looks like it's bungee to his arm.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think I've ever.
Purple
could that be?
Literally looks like it's cut so that it looks like she has a skirt, but it's not hindering any leg motion.
And
yeah. It's like a mini.
That could be the Dino Steel armor that they have, but I don't know. I
got Dino Steel armor. Let me go ahead and cord this off.
So here's what we're gonna be getting. I'll read the upcoming shows. Guys, they do have a website. It's called PowerRangersLive.com. And if you want to sign up to get a chance to see when tickets go on sale, you can put your name, first name, last name, email, zip code. That way it can keep you updated. And this is above the this image is above the what do we call it? About the show. There's Lord Zed right there.
Okay. So
now, Lord Zed doesn't look bad.
Has the Chaos Energy tubes from the comics, the new Mighty Morphin comics. The green is basically the Chaos Energy, right. But you can see the yellow Beast Morpher Rangers tights or pants or whatever.
They've got lightning bolts on them.
It's lightning bolts. And you can see where the red part is just hanging.
It's funny because
look at that helmet. He's got a nose.
It's funny though. If you look at the tights right there, somebody did mention they have lightning bolts. I didn't see that until I had to look at it closely. Oh my god! And I think those are the actual. Those are the Power Ranger.
Red visor. He looks like someone ripped off his nose.
Like Voldemort.
And you can actually see his eyes right there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, design for Zed is not terrible, but they could have done so much.
That's probably actually the best one of the group.
I just don't understand why they. My guess is, I mean, this was probably because, they weren't allowed to use the actual helmets from the shows. They were so they had to figure out how to design them themselves. And this is what they came up with. So here's what it says about the show.
That do better than this.
So here is what it says about the show, okay? What happens when you take an iconic franchise that continues to excite and engage fans after more than 25 years and catapult its heroic characters on the stage? You get a groundbreaking, completely brand new theatrical production, Power Rangers Live, an action-packed stunt show featuring the full color spectrum of Rangers training to become an elite intergalactic school. To become heroes at an elite intergalactic school, the Power Rangers Academy. Audiences will be transformed to a world where. Anyway, you want to read that? So basically, yeah. Now there is a video on the bottom you can play, but you have to have a password. I don't understand why they don't give you why you can't just. I know a lot of people have probably tried a lot of passwords to access this training video. It's probably just a promotion video.
Oh.
Now, I get it. This show is going to be for the kids and everything. And obviously this is probably going to be for the adult fans.
You see,
I hope
the
so.
problem, Nate. That's the problem. They're like, oh, it's for the kids. It's for the kids. You are literally justifying poor quality because it's for kids. Don't kids deserve to have something good quality as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only thing that's halfway decent here is Lord Zed. And someone stole his nose.
And here's the thing, though. With me, I always have this thing. I'm like, look, this is not the greatest look for the helmets of the Power Rangers, but will I give a chance to check it out? Yes, because, I grew up with the Power Rangers.
There are plenty of people who make cosplay who are screaming at this. Like, why didn't you come see us?
Anaki's probably flipping a lid. Anarchy is probably flipping his lid like, what the is this? You could have contacted me. I would have given you a discount. Now, I like the storyline and the setup, but if only that video would play, then that would have to. I can't. With me, I can't just go by the look. I've got to see it in person to see what it would be like. Just by looking at the pictures, I don't know. Would I give it a chance? Yes. Do I think the suits and the helmets are perfect? No, definitely not. They look really, really weird.
Yeah.
Now, let me go to Rick. Rick, with Hasbro's Power Rangers Live, which I'm hoping, I think this is what Hasbro is doing. Or watch it be a burlesque type of thing. Oh my God.
Well, that would actually explain the poor quality of the suits.
Yeah.
They don't expect the suits to last.
Yeah, and so Rick, what would you think? Would you at least give it a chance?
I'd see the storyline, but then I could probably make a better thing with that Lightning Collection figure.
I would actually bring my freaking Power Ranger helmets. I'd actually bring my Lightning Collection Red Ranger helmet and put it on like, hey, you did it wrong. This is what it's supposed to look like. You did it wrong.
You know what's funny though? People were complaining about just a slight error with the Red Ranger helmet for the Lightning Collection. How the hell could Hasbro, knowing that people are that picky, do that? And with the rumor that Hasbro may turn around and just go off the rails and do a reboot or whatnot of Power Rangers after Rhino Fury is done, if this is an example of the quality that they're going to produce, it's not going to last.
Oh, you got that right. You definitely got that right. David, what do you think, man? Would you give it a chance?
I mean,
because if they're not willing to turn around and do that to make it good, why are people going to watch?
All right.
I mean, yeah, but I just hope that the helmets won't look like what we just saw there. You know, maybe they'll be better looking in person, you know?
True.
It's possible.
And also, hopefully, maybe they'll probably start touring like by the end of this year. So, yeah.
Well, that's the plan. I mean, they said, coming to a city in 2021. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Maybe to a city that's completely vaccinated, you know?
Yeah. But guys, if you want to check out more information on this, just go to PowerRangersLive.com and you can get more information on that. We're going to be moving on to Rick's Boom Time. So, Rick, I'm going to give you the stage.
Yep. Come on, phone. I understand you only have 3% battery, but you should work. Actually, it's 30%. I forgot. I didn't see the 0.
Okay.
You're good, man.
All right. So.
All right. Here you go.
Era of Darkness. Going to be released March 31st. Astronema will be getting a new one-shot comic explaining her origins to coincide with her appearance in Power Rangers issue 5. And looking at this image, Ecliptor is wearing pants. Which, like I've said before, this just confirms that in Power Rangers in space, Ecliptor was going around naked. Which means we've had our fully nude individual in a Power Ranger series. Sadly, it was Ecliptor. And not some other choices I would have made. But then again, if they had gone with my choices, they wouldn't have been for kids. Or on TV. But a closer look at Ecliptor Dare does actually look like he's wearing some type of armor and may not fully be the version that we know from Power Rangers in Space. Yeah, he's got the head, he's got some of the arm, but his other arm is silver. He's not all green and black like he was in the show. So maybe over time, he changed parts of his body. I don't know about space medicine. Who knows? Might be possible to replace an arm or something. I don't know. But anyways.
You want me to move on to the next cover?
The plot, you have Astronema as one of the most popular villains, and her true origin will be revealed for the first time in this one shot. Before she became a ranger, a young girl named Crone was kidnapped by a bounty hunter and brainwashed into the assassin known as Astronema. But what is Dark Spectre's true plan, and what does it mean for the new Mighty Morphin and Power Ranger teams? So there's the synopsis. But yeah, let's get to the next cover. The variant cover, which I have to admit, this actually looks nice.
Yeah, it does.
There's not really much more to say except that this is a very nice cover.
Yeah.
It's the standard variant cover. Then you have the second variant cover, which is this one.
Ooh.
Which,
Wow.
although I'm pretty sure it won't be, this would be a perfect cover for them to do in foil. Like
Yeah, I can see that.
Power Ranger comic ones.
Yeah.
You got all the different hairstyles. And then Astronema just like, yeah, I'm taking power. I'm in charge now. So, I mean, the other one was beautiful, and this one is just, it's magnificent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah.
Especially with the
Hopefully
hair.
this won't cost too much because I kind of actually want one of each now. But yeah, it's just, this is going to be an amazing story. You got Astronema, you got a Cliptor. You got her before she was the Princess of Darkness. She's just an assassin at this point. Maybe we will get to see her in the comics going up against the warrior that ended up being turned to stone. That gave Leo his battleizer for Lost Galaxy. That would be amazing to have that in there as well.
That'd be that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Now, Rick,
But
when does this go on
I
sale
will
again?
say that this is also in the Mighty Morphin or in the Power Ranger comic line with the Omega Rangers. So it is connected, unlike some of the other short ones, like the Time Force, the SPD, Soul Dragon, Tommy, and then the Psychopath. Those are set elsewhere, whereas this one is actually set with a connection into the main comic storyline. So, yeah. And she's going to be in the Power Rangers storyline for more than just one issue.
Nice.
She will be in issue 6 as well. And of Power Rangers. But definitely support your small businesses, support your local comic book shops, support the paper copy, and definitely pick up these magnificent covers of comics.
Yeah, this one is supposed to come out this month, right?
March 31st.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Now,
the day before my birthday. Oh, yeah.
Now, would you say that, like when they did Ranger Slayer, one shot, that was basically a continuation of after what happened?
Oh, yeah. It was a continuation, but the story at that point did not connect to the main storyline.
Okay.
Whereas this will.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So, yeah, David, what do you think, man?
I mean, he explained it very well. Yeah, the artwork is really fascinating, especially this one. Yeah, and also you were spot on the nudity joke, I have to admit.
Yeah. I mean, my God, that is kind of, he said that, I'm like, Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I mean, I definitely look forward to getting this.
And again, Clipper really wasn't the first. He was technically the third, second, because you got to count Malgor and
Dark Spectre.
possibly.
Yeah.
Unless you count Malgor and Dark Spectre as the same entity. So I guess technically he's the third. Or do you count a lot of the monsters that the Rangers fight?
That is very true. It's very true. So
Wow.
now we're going to get into.
Goldar had his armor. Scorpina had her armor. Finster actually was clothed. Squad
had clothes. Babu, he was furry.
So I guess Power Rangers has had a lot of nudity.
I mean, Lord Zed, his body was like literally skinned, and he had the freaking metal thong.
Okay, I think we just got Power Rangers at 17 rating, NC 17 rating, maybe even X.
They should do like Calvin Klein commercials.
Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that image in my head, David. Man.
Okay, sorry.
Now I'm gonna have dreams like, All right, so now we're gonna move on to Power Rangers Dino Fury episode rates, and we are gonna be talking about episode 3, Lost Signal, and we do have some screenshots of this, little stills, little preview stills from the episode. And as usual, we'll discuss what's happening in that scene, and then we'll give our rate at the end. So let's start with this one. So Zayto is chilling, sitting at the right next to the T-Rex Dino Hinge statue, looking at this pendant, and you see a flashback of him back on Rafcon when his mother was giving him that pendant for becoming a knight of Rafcon. We get to see Zayto's mother in the flashback. And so she's telling him, no matter if it gets hopeless, whatever happens, never give up. So that's always a good way of saying, never give up on, what you need to do.
Yeah.
And, so that scene is really good. And then let's go ahead for this one. Rick, what is happening in this scene?
Oh, Amelia's coming around trying to see how Zayto's doing. She's asking about the crystal, and he explains to her that it was given to him by his mom when he became a knight. Now, I find it interesting that they actually found a way to introduce you to Zayto's mother. But yeah. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah. And then David, after this scene, what happens?
If I recall, they I only watched the episode once, so sometimes it's hard to remember.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They teleported back to the base.
That's right. Now I remember.
There was a message.
So, yep. And yep. So yeah, and then the modulator that's to the comm system is damaged, so they couldn't play the message, but they try to find ways to see what the message was. Amelia suggests Zayto to go to this sidekick named Madame Indigo, which Ollie.
Why does that sound like one of Rita's villains?
It sounds like I thought that was going to be a villain in the show. Okay, Madame Indigo, which she costs $15 just for a psychic, and it's hilarious. And it's hilarious because how Ollie's a big skeptic, and he doesn't believe in the supernatural and all that stuff. Everything has to be explained with science. Because his mom is an archaeologist and all that stuff. So he suggests to go to an astronomer at the observatory. So Zayto says, okay, why don't we can do both. So in this scene.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
You forgot the part where it was mentioned where are we going to get the money for the fortune teller?
Yep.
And Amelia's like, I'll take care of that. I'll get the money. She turns straight to Ollie. Can I borrow $15?
And then during this scene, they go in the tent where Madame Indigo is. And who is in there before them? Do you remember? David?
I forgot their names, but yeah.
Bane and Jay Borg.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, I thought one of them looked a little bit like Kim Possible.
Jay Borg?
Yeah, the red hair.
The red hair?
Yeah.
So, those are the comedic duo of the show.
Yeah.
And during that time, the only way that Madame Indigo can actually have a psychic reading if he has something that's of value to him or something personal. He gives her puts out his pendant to show her, and there she goes doing her ooh, and all that stuff. And Zayto, he thinks she's legit. He's not really. And then Ollie comes up with a plan. I love this. He puts his hand around Amelia, like,
yeah.
Hey, me and go ahead, David. Tell them this.
Yeah, they try to pretend that they're a couple for a minute.
Ollie pretends that they're a couple for a minute.
And then he says, we've been in a relationship and we are very much in love. And he's like this, and she's like, but she's like, shh.
Follow my lead.
now, Honey Muffin. And I'm like, call him freaking Honey Muffin? And then she's like, you two will be in the most happy relationships from years to come. And then Zayto, when he goes out, he's like, I know you guys were in love. He's like, that was just a ploy. We're not really in love. We're not even a couple. Yeah, I was about to throw up in my mouth. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And watch these two end up being a couple later on. Exactly. Watch them be a couple later down the road in the season. That'd be funny. So, yeah, they were just trying to prove a point. Ollie was trying to prove a point that she was a fraud. She was only telling Zayto what he wanted to hear, not legitimately the truth. Basically, just to make him feel better. Everybody, So during all that happening.
Why do I have a feeling we're going to get an episode where they're going to have to pretend to be getting married?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Like they do in almost every other Super Sentai season.
That's true. So during that, Jane has her scarf's blindfolding her, and she's trying to use her psychic abilities, as Indigo said, to find a Sporex. Jay Borg has a comedic moment where she puts her foot in a cement bucket.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, and then
heart joke.
And then you see, Jay Borg spots a Sporex about to hatch, which leads into the monster of the day. I think it's called Vipera. I think her name is. A Medusa type of monster. Sporex beast.
Sounds like Vipera.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, Madame Indigo, Madame Woe. Yeah. Now this one.
So, I think it's Vipera.
Vipera.
Jindrax, Gingy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Venjix.
So, Jay Borg calls the Ranger hotline. And then Solon contacts the Rangers. And it was
at least Jay Borg operate without commands.
Yep. And Rangers show up, and they find out that she has the ability to freeze people with the eyes on her chest, basically like a Medusa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But moment of stupidity on the Rangers' part.
Go ahead.
They teleported in unmorphed. Now, mind you, they got a call from a civilian about the monster. Why the hell did they teleport in unmorphed when they're supposed to be keeping their identities secret? Or does Zayto
Well,
not
I think people are too busy running away from that monster, so
Yeah,
to really realize.
The
Still-
writers, yeah,
Still, on top of it, it's 2021.
Mhm.
It's modern day. There are cameras everywhere.
yeah.
Solon has a way to fix that. And so Mucus shows up, but then she sees the Rangers, she hides, and then the camera that Jayborg dropped during the whole commotion. The monster freezes Zayto.
The Rangers teleporting in.
So, true. And then Zayto freezes, and the Rangers morph. And the only way that Zayto could be unfrozen once the monster attacks, he becomes unfrozen. But the Rangers have to find a way to fight it blindfolded, basically, without looking at her. So Zayto hits after they go to the observatory. After the whole battle, the monster gets away because Mucus has a plan to use that camcorder. And
Looking at the computer network and revealing the Rangers' identities.
yeah, right.
Well,
And then
that-
they go to the observatory. Unfortunately, there's nothing that the astronomer could do. So, Zayto has a bit of a funk, thinking he doesn't feel like he can do anything right, and but then go to find out that the pendant that he was wearing that he got from his mother, it was the same material that the modulator that goes to the comlink. So there you go. But he still has to figure out how to fight the Sporks Beast, which now is broadcasting on top of Buzz Blast, and the other Rangers and everybody else is frozen. And the way he finds out is by using the Sonic Dino Key, which they are able to use it outside of their suits. So that's pretty cool because they have and then, he's blindfolded and he get ready to use the key. Gives him the ability to hear movement and everything without worrying about eyesight. Helps enhance his ability, his reflexes. It manages to destroy the video. Rangers are back to normal. They teleport to help Zayto. Everything's all good, except David. What happens next?
What do you remember, Rick?
Monster grew.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. And of
Yeah,
course,
Yeah, they get ready into battle, and
and then Zeta, and then the Rangers get their new Zords, the Ankylo Hammer Zord and the Tricerablade Zord. They combine to make the Dino Fury Megazord, which is awesome. And they find a way before they use their Zords and turn into the Megazord, they have to find a way to fight the giant Sporks Beast. And they use their other boost keys to, cover her eyes. That way they don't end up getting frozen. During that, they all fight her. Zayto calls upon the Mega Fury Saber, and the Rangers finish her off with the final attack, the Dino Fury Megazord, Mega Slash. But they go back to the command center, the base, and they're able to play the message, which apparently they can't understand because languages can change over time. And apparently Solon.
I mean, it only took 300 years to change the English language from what it was in the 1700s to now.
Yeah. And Solon apparently can speak every language known to man except French. So,
well, French is hard.
Yeah. French is hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And with that, Zayto sends out a message to anybody that is out explaining his situation and seeing if anybody's out there from
identity.
Well, to Ravcon out of the universe. So, who knows what's going to happen?
Everybody in the universe except for Earth.
Yep. So,
the observatory may know.
Yeah. So the question is, who sent that message, and was it somebody from Ravcon? We'll have to wait later down the road, and I gotta tell you, and that's why this episode. This is why our episode was called episode. This is why episode 141 was called Zayto Phone Home. Now, let me go ahead and give my episode rate. I'd give this episode. It was a really good episode. I mean, I enjoyed it. I loved the storyline. I loved, what they're doing so far with Dino Fury is really good. I'm gonna have to give this episode a 10. It was a really good episode. I enjoyed it still. Rick, what about you, man?
I'm actually gonna give it a 9.5.
Okay.
It loses a half a point due to certain stupid decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But it actually gained a little by revealing that Dino Fury keys can actually be used without being morphed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
David, what about you, man?
I'd probably give it a 8 out of 10. It was a good episode. I do feel like though, like with the comic reliefs, it was a little bit stupid that she stepped on that cement, but that's what it is.
Yeah, you got to have some humor in Power Rangers. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah. But
yeah,
I enjoyed this episode. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, being 3 episodes in, I mean, it's been doing really good, and I really enjoyed the season so far.
Yeah.
Now, guys, we will not have an episode of LR4 next Sunday because we do not have an episode of Dino Fury next Saturday because it's the Kids' Choice Awards. So we're going to be taking a week off. And so, guys, if you guys are interested in watching the Kids' Choice Award, check it out. It's going to be on
it last year?
What?
Did you watch it last year, the virtual one?
Yeah, I did. I had to watch it pre-recorded and everything, but it was all right. But
I thought they put it together pretty well.
Yeah, and so guys, if you want to just watch the Kids' Choice Awards, go right ahead. Or if you got something else to watch, do that. But we will be back. My plan is episode 4 of Dino Fury will be on the 20th of this month. And then we'll be back on for our next episode of LR4, which is episode 122. We'll be back on March 21st, which will be our, like I said, episode 142. And that will be called Meet the Garcias. You'll see why, because the new episode of Dino Fury is called New Recruits. Guys, what does that say to you? I mean, what does that mean? New recruits. I mean, they already have 3 Rangers. What could new recruits mean?
Maybe
the other 5 Rangers. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
We're gonna wait, other 5.
The other 2. The other 2.
Okay.
The other 2, and then the 3rd, and then the 6th Ranger will be revealed probably on the 8th episode. So I'm looking for it because then all 5 Rangers will be together at last, and then we'll have to wait for the 6th Ranger to appear. So I'm excited for that. I'm sure that Tessa and Chance are very excited to see their episode finally debut. And like they said, they weren't going to be debuting in the first episode. They were going to be debuting a little bit later. So the 4th episode's perfect for that.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing this one. But like I said, guys, we'll be.
Or it is time for them to show up.
Oh yeah. So like I
It'll be
said,
like-
I would take it. Go ahead.
It kind of reminds me a little bit how when the Thunder Rangers and Ninja Storm appeared like 4 episodes in.
Mm-hmm. So guys, we'll be back.
Green and Black Rangers will fight the other Rangers to begin with.
I don't know. But we'll be back the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Dino Fury will be back March 20th on Nickelodeon at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your local listings. I'll be making the event probably sometime. I'll probably start working on setting up the event for our episode probably on sometime Saturday, Sunday. So guys, enjoy your week, and we'll be back the 21st. Before we sign off as usual, let me go ahead and give my co-host a chance to say their spiel. Rick, go right ahead, man.
Again, support small businesses. Support your local comic book shops. Get on to Jason David Frank's fan page. Get on Jason Font's. Get on Catherine Sutherland's. Get on Karen Ashley's. Get on all the Ranger Facebook pages and see if any of them are doing events at local comic book shops near you. And go out, see them, say hi, interact, have a good time. And remember, support the paper copy because, again, it's better than having a light from a computer screen shining in your face while you're trying to read.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's go ahead.
My TV makes me look bigger than I actually am.
All right, let's give. All right, David, go ahead and give your spiel, man.
Tonight was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what else this season will hold, and also to see the rest of the Rangers make their debut. Of course, everyone stay safe. Hopefully, maybe like 2 of the Rangers will come here to Washington State at a comic shop, and I'll get to see them. So, yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
Yep.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do my outro here. So, guys, like I said, thank you very much. For those of you that haven't watched this live, you can watch it pre-recorded. You can watch it recorded on YouTube. Hopefully we have a lot more to talk about in the next episode. I know that we've only had like 4 topics, including the, introducing co-hosts and all that stuff. But I am trying my best, trying to gather as much information as I can that is worth talking about on LR4. But, like I said before, guys, check out our Twitter, check out our Instagram. Definitely give those a follow. And if you're on Twitch, I'm still trying to work out something for that. I mean, hopefully we could get that up and running. And
sadly, no fans only page.
Oh,
that's never going to happen. Never going to happen, Rick. But anyway, guys, I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, put your mask on, and stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, it's morphin' time. Dino Fury key. Activate. Link to morphing grid. See you guys next time. Everybody say bye.
bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I think we're almost done. Well, why am I smiling like a complete fool? I guess I can end this now. Okay.